Здравствуйте все. Hello everyone. Today we have a very special guest from California. Soft Mozart in California. Natalia Zhelyeva here. Hi Natalia.
Hi, Helen.
Natalia is a very unique piano and music teacher. She is a mother of 4 kids and 2 of them just newborn. Like me. I mean, they are about 1 year old, right, Natalia? 1 year old? Two
One,
boys.
yeah, yeah.
1.5, yes. So they are going to start piano lessons in a in a half year when they will reach 24 months. Natalia is going to speak Russian with us. She will share with you a very interesting experience. She built a wonderful music community where kids and parents learning how to play piano, how to sing, how to sight read, and they make it a special event like parties when parents and the teachers play for each other and piano teachers and kids play for each other. It's so exciting. And Natalia is going to share the experience about this, and she will also um, introduce her husband, Maxim, who is going to share his experience as well. I think starting music family, musically literate family is our primary goal because music literacy unites people, unites generations of different generations, and it is such absolutely different experience than just regular life. Imagine parties when people just eat food and get bored. In parties that Natalia created with Max, people eat food, but they play for each other. They perform music. It's absolutely great. So I will let them speak.
Today we touch upon creation of the home environment for the music education. Playing music at home and music education for very little children. So my name is Maxim Zhulaev and my wife is Natalia Zhulaeva. And my wife, she has been working with the program since 2014. And she has gone through training and received training from Soft Mozart Teaching Certificate. And so she could start playing piano with our youngest daughter. And in 2014, she was 23 months old. And so when my wife started playing with the youngest daughter, the oldest daughter also joined, and she was 10. And then I joined because I think it was very enriching for me to start playing piano. I appreciate music. I could never play, and that gave me an opportunity to start. Now, we have been, if we have been telling our friends about the program, and so eventually they brought their kids to my wife, and a little small class of children of people we know well formed. And once the study rolled out, their parents really appreciated the effects of soft Mozart that their children experienced, and so they started to participate. So it's kind of turned out into a family thing. So every 3 to 4 months, we try to organize home concerts because it's important for children to be able to show off the results of their work. And so once we were going through this concert, every 3 months, it eventually turned into almost like a music club. People come in, children play, adults play, they sing, they study. Okay. And so everyone is sort of waiting for this concert. Participants practice, children and adults plan ahead to present at the concert. So there is a common thing to do, common goal to achieve for children and their parents. The well-known fact is that children enthusiastically participate in the activity that parents enjoy. And so combined parent-child education, at least in the beginning, is an opportunity for a parent to understand the difficulties that his child faces and help overcome them in the form of a game. It's important that, especially for little children, it's important that the process of learning is gamified. And as an example, you can ask a child to compete with you, or a parent can ask a child to compete on who can learn to speak musical alphabet first, or ask a child to help play an exercise or play a difficult fragment of a musical piece. So there are many options and opportunities to turn the educational process into a game. And that's very valuable in terms of learning, but even more valuable in terms of the quality of time a parent can spend with his children. Another thing of importance is to have like an easy access to the instrument and the program. So as soon as the child has this urge to play, he should be able to just come into the instrument, turn on a single button and starts playing. So there shouldn't be any friction there. So our youngest is 6.5, 6.5 years old now. She commonly comes to the instrument, turns on the program and plays herself, and she can spend like an hour. Even our small twins, and they are only 1.5 years old, they see these pianos. I mean, we have 3 pianos in our house, and so they always climb up the piano chair and try to play. So it is something that goes on all the time in the family, and it's a common thing for them, right? So they just participate in it from the start. Another interesting thing is, that since my wife gives lessons, and they have and children come and play, our youngest daughter is often present, or even oldest, they just present at the lessons. And sometimes they help. It keeps them interested. And for the youngest, it has this interesting effect. So she listens through the lesson. She sees what an older child does. And after the lesson, she would have many questions, and she will want to try something new, maybe play the piece that she couldn't play before, and things like that. A good example, this pedal example. So one day my wife was teaching how to use a pedal, piano pedal. And after the lesson, our youngest one wanted to experiment with the pedal. And so she spent an hour at the piano playing with the pedal. Another important aspect of this is that a parent doesn't really have to be a music teacher or have any professional education in music to enjoy the benefits of the program. So even if you don't have the musical education, or even if you're unfamiliar with the music notation, that's not an obstacle to learn music with your children. You can go to the Soft Mozart site, and you're going to find very, very detailed textual and video instructions. You're going to find the curricular geared towards or focused on specific age groups, month-to-month schedule. And so the youngest age group that you're going to find a curricula is 24 months. So starting from 2 years old, you are okay to use site materials. It's free to just start learning with your child. So what we discovered that not just musical development or emotional development, but in general, the fundamental development tasks the child has to go through, they're hugely assisted and hugely benefit from playing piano. Like the earlier you start, the better. And as soon as the child is capable of playing piano with 2 hands, that gives a major boost to everything else. So we discovered that language comprehension improves tremendously. a child going to learn reading and writing very quick. The child ability to conceptualize things increases. So it's just an incredible developmental, if you wish, system for little children. And just to give you an example, so we started with our youngest at the age of, before 2 even, 23 months. So at the age of 5, she was reading fluently Russian, and we didn't speak anything else but Russian to her. She went to school, it was English school, without any language knowledge, and she was speaking fluently in a couple of months. So, she definitely is gifted in languages, but we attribute that to the fact that we started musical education with her early, so that a lot of mental and physical coordination helped her develop that incredible abilities. All right. So the question is how to write. So if you are the mom and you wanted to start learning music with your child, so what we suggest, my wife would suggest, is that short, perhaps multiple times a day, periods of training is the best, right? So you put a child in a familiar home environment, is going to have the same or more benefits as if you take him out to, say, an hour-long developmental class elsewhere, because children like to be at home. They're not afraid of anything, and we just run this little, maybe a couple of minutes, 5-10 minutes at most, little lessons. The other important thing is that the Soft Mozart site provides all sorts of important services for participants. So they allow you to track your child's success. It will allow you to share his performance. Most importantly, you will be able to receive consultations from certified teachers. You will be able, your child will be able to participate in an online concert twice a year. And if you and your child do it, then of course you can get certified. There is a gift program that your child can participate. So it's all sorts of incentives to keep your child interested, which is what this whole thing is about. Keep your child interested in music. Keep his development going. And of course, the concert, they provide this great stimuli for children because they can prepare, they can participate, they see their results, they can listen to performance of other children. And that's also important because very often a child will choose a musical piece that some other child plays. Okay, so once they hear once they hear another child play the piece that they think is difficult, it's no longer difficult, right? Because they see an example of a performance by another child. So it makes it accessible. But once they choose the thing that they want to play, it's them who chosen it, and so they prepare. So all in all, Soft Mozart, it's far beyond a program. It's actually an educational system, very powerful. I don't want to say it's geared just to little children, but it's remarkable that little children can start playing and they reap enormous benefits from it in terms of their early development. It's also very useful and it's very beneficial for the family because the whole family can play. It gives us a place where we can stay and enjoy music together. So we think it's a valuable gift that a parent can bring to the whole family and especially the children. Okay, I'm done.
Max, thank you so much for your interview. I know you have to go. You have an appointment. I think we will continue the broadcasting another time, another day for another topic. I appreciate you being with us. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.